Hello there, David here once again, coming at you on behalf of BeInCrypto. Today, we'll be taking a look at 7 prominent NFT artists who have made waves in recent years with their success. We tried to have a nice variety of styles and formats, and we're focusing on some of the more prolific sales in 2021. That all being said, we're well aware that there are many more artists out there than could make this list, so consider this an entry point on the subject, not a complete overview of the NFT art world. Also, if you want to learn more about what NFTs basically are and their recent history, as well as applications beyond just art, then be sure to check out our other NFT video that outlines a much broader view of what this new technology means for business, gaming, and more. Okay, with that, let's jump right in and take a look at 7 prolific artists that are shaking up the NFT scene in 2021. Well, we had to start off our list today with Beeple. If you've only ever heard about one NFT artist in your life, Beeple's probably the one. This is because he's the most profitable of the NFT artists and helped to push NFT art into popular consciousness. In March of 2021, Beeple, whose real name is Mike Winkleman, sold his Everydays, the First 5,000 Days collection through the prestigious auction house Christie's for a whopping $69,400,000. This marks both the first time that Christie's has sold an NFT by itself without it being part of a more elaborate sale, as well as the 4th most valuable piece of art ever sold by a living artist. Beeple's art blends a variety of mediums and styles, often combining things like futuristic visions, surrealism, pop culture imagery and themes, as well as iconic celebrities and politicians. He's been featured in Super Bowls, on fashion, and at Justin Bieber concerts, and as such has become pretty much the pop face of NFT art. Whether he stays on top remains to be seen, but his art is definitely worth checking out. Next up on our list we have Trevor Jones. Jones is certainly a different kind of artist from Beeple, as he makes all of his work physically first and then digitizes it as NFTs. One of the more popular images he's created is his Bitcoin Angel, which he sold 4,157 editions of at a price of $777 each, which earned him a very impressive $3.2 million. Jones, who is 51, is originally a painter, but in 2012 he began experimenting with implementing things like QR codes and augmented reality into his work. Then, in 2019 he discovered NFT technology. He claims that at first he couldn't get his head around it, but once he did he realized he needed to get involved. This then led to his first NFT art, titled ETH Girl, which sold on SuperRare the same year for about 72 ETH, or $10,000 at the time. The blend of classical stylings with modern technology definitely brings a welcome, different take on NFT art, and we'll likely see much more from Jones in the coming years. Okay, next we're going to talk about Mad Dog Jones, no relation to Trevor Jones. In fact, Mad Dog's real name is Micah Dowback. Originally gaining some attention back in 2017 for his digital art on Instagram, in November, Dowback began experimenting with NFTs. Originally, he sold 100 pieces on Nifty Gateway for just $1 each, but he eventually expanded into more elaborate projects. A recent piece of his, titled Replicator, sold in April of 2021 for over $4 million through the Phillips auction house, which, much like with Beeple and Christie's, was a first for the business. What's interesting about Replicator is that it isn't just an image of a photocopying machine, but the NFT is actually programmed to replicate itself every 28 days until a total of 19 images are produced. This adds actual functionality to the digital art. This is just one clever way that NFTs can be more interactive and engaging than their traditional counterparts, as obviously actual paintings can't do that. Now let's move on to Blau, whose full name is Justin Blau, and who has been around as an electronic dance artist for some time already. He claims he actually first learned about Bitcoin in 2014 from the Winklevoss twins, who he met while opening for Avicii in Mexico. Apparently, he spent years getting into crypto and even once hosted a festival that accepted digital currencies for tickets, refreshments, souvenirs, and more. Recently, to celebrate the 3-year anniversary of the release of his album Ultraviolet, Blau hosted an auction himself, offering up 33 unique NFTs. These came in various forms, such as never-before-released music, art based upon his music, and remixes of Ultraviolet's 11 tracks. By the end of the auction, Blau had brought in over $11 million. The combination of his musical talent, industry connections, and clearly popular NFTs means it's likely Blau will be a name to remember for some time. Now, let's turn our attention to Jose Delbo. Delbo is a fairly unique entry on our list because he's in fact a Marvel comic book artist who worked on Wonder Woman from 1976 to 1981, as well as several other popular franchises. However, in 2020 he released his own comic book titled Death, No Escape, as an NFT with a limited 250 edition run. This was met with high praise from fans and made Delbo a player in the NFT space at 87. Then, in 2021, Delbo auctioned off 914 Wonder Woman themed NFTs that he had created himself, bringing in over $1.8 million by the end. As of this video, he still has a variety of pieces available for sale on his page at Maker's Place. These range from artwork based around his own comic, images referencing other comic book heroes, and other unique digital pieces in a variety of styles. Definitely take a look at Jose Delbo, especially if you're a fan of not only NFTs, but comic book history as well. Up next, XCOPY. XCOPY is another artist that's been around since well before NFTs. They originally gained popularity on Tumblr, starting in 2010. However, with the onset of the NFT market, XCOPY quickly became involved, minting works across a variety of platforms, some no longer even in service. One of their most prolific works, titled Death Dip, has sold many times since it was minted in 2017, and in 2021 resold for an impressive 1,000 ETH, which was valued at $1.7 million at the time. Even more impressive is the fact that in September, rapper Snoop Dogg purchased a work from XCOPY for $3.9 million. This comes on the heels of Snoop announcing that he's actually a fairly big dealer in the NFT art scene, a revelation that surprised many. We truly don't know much about XCOPY themselves, as they have chosen to remain anonymous. What we do know, however, is that this is another creator who's worth keeping tabs on in the coming years. Coming to the end of our list, we have the artist Fewocious. Recently, Fewocious had his own auction at Christie's that saw him sell 5 lots, each consisting of a physical painting as well as an NFT of that painting. In total, he brought in over $2.1 million and has the title of being the only auction to ever crash Christie's website. Fewocious, whose real name is Victor, is transgender and much of his art is infused with his own struggles with his life story as well as coming to terms with who he is. That being said, his work is bright, extremely colorful, and highly surreal. As mentioned, Fewocious also likes to pair digital works with physical ones. For example, creating a set of 3 NFT sneakers, featuring his art, that were redeemable for physical versions, but only if the NFT was held for a minimum of 6 weeks. Fewocious is still young, but it's just this kind of creative approach to NFT technology, mixed with a meaningful and personal message, that will likely have people talking about the artist for quite some time, so keep an eye on him for sure. By the way, if you're looking to actually start collecting NFTs yourself, you'll need some form of cryptocurrency first to buy them. If that's the case, then why not consider buying it on the Stormgain cryptocurrency exchange? Stormgain is not only one of the hottest up-and-coming exchanges out there, it also offers several valuable perks such as a loyalty program, bonuses for referrals, annual interest on crypto deposits, and using the official app you can begin cloud mining cryptocurrency yourself for free today. Whether you want Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, or a variety of other cryptocurrencies, just know that Stormgain offers a little more than other exchanges, so be sure to check them out. That'll do it for us today, but there are of course many, many more artists out there working with NFTs, and even more pouring into the space all the time. We could dedicate whole videos to some of these artists, and maybe someday we will. However, the ones we chose here today all represent unique and interesting, as well as successful, examples of what is possible in this emerging field. That being said, go out there and definitely dig deeper into the NFT art world, because we promise there's a lot more to discover. Furthermore, as we all know, there's changes happening all the time in the world of cryptocurrency, and you're going to want to keep up. So why not check us out at BeInCrypto.com, where you'll find daily updates, analysis, and more. Also, don't forget about our other content right here on YouTube, such as interviews, educational videos, and our bi-weekly news show. And lastly, if trading is your thing, then come join our trading community on Telegram, where you'll get access to the latest technical analysis from our top traders. As always, thanks to each and every one of you for watching, and we'll have you right back here at our channel real soon.